So these like little things that you're dealing with as a supervisor that's just getting to you. So you want something different. Well, what are the more positive or more enjoyable things about UPS to you?
I guess that it's just a giant guys' locker room. It reminds me of like after a football game, you're just hanging out with all the guys from the team, you know? And that's how everybody talks to each other. It's how you kind of treat like people who aren't working hard. You kind of like either encourage them by telling them like, hey, this is what I need from you, bud, or it's like, get your ass in gear, bro. We're in game time right now, you know? And so it's exciting to yell and get people yelling and into it and being loud. And, I enjoy it. I enjoy getting others excited to be at work and turning it into a game or, like a shouting match. It just makes it a lot more interesting and time goes by a lot quicker.
Okay. So you liked the team of it, like that you guys were working as a team or acted like a team, you were comfortable with each other.
I guess in the Sword Owl, I loved working as a team. And on the belts, I got really bored because it's like, a small group of people that are your team, but they're all working individually, so they can't interact with each other. And it's like, no interaction makes people bored and lonely. And, so you're going to check in on everybody and trying to engage them in conversation, but not distract them. And you have to also quiz them and, be like counting their packages per hour just to make sure they're going up to pace as you're keeping conversation. And it's just such fun out of it. I enjoyed the Sword Owl probably the best in the entire building. That was my favorite place that I supervised and worked in. And it was just fun to have people standing in one straight line, all being able to interact with each other in a sense.
Okay. So you liked interacting with other employees?
I guess I enjoyed everybody interacting with each other.
Okay.
Getting the unload and the Sword Owl to interact with each other, to start talking crap to each other, or start... just getting people into it. Like, I'm going to go faster. You're making me bored over here. Like, sometimes that encourages the more, I'd say, athletic people in the building to, like, what did you just say? You know what I mean? It makes you want to go a little faster, and then people are in a better mood because you're competing, and, it's getting loud, and you guys are yelling back and forth, and it's fun that way, Competition.
So it made work fun.
Yeah.
Now, besides working with others and interacting with other people to make work more enjoyable, what types of tasks or duties did you do throughout your whole employment at UPS that you enjoyed?
My favorite task or duty that I got, as a responsibility and a certification was being able to drive pedo carts because they were fun. They were small little, they're like better than golf carts, and they turn really quick, and you just, I don't know, like, me and one other Uber driver, we used to do our checks, but we used to race to do our checks, and then like meet up in the middle and be like, we're good, and then race to put our pedos back. So like, we'd have too many races going on as we're doing our job. It's like the competition.
So the competition again.
I'm very competitive person. So I enjoy it when someone challenges me like, I'm going to beat you right now. And it's like, oh, heck no, you're not. Because I'm about to bring it, So it makes it engaging.
Okay. So I can see that you're really enthusiastic about like this part of your job.
Yeah.
So what makes you want to leave? You sound...
It's just not like that for me anymore. I can't be as wild or fun as I used to be. As a supervisor, I'm leading people and have to set an example and have to talk properly to people. And, I can't speak the way that we used to speak and know how to do each other because people get sensitive. As a supervisor, it's a no-go because you're non-union and they're union. So if you talk to someone wrong or they don't like what you're saying, it's considered harassment to tell someone to do their job, right? Sometimes. I'm not saying that for every employee. There are people who cross the line on both sides, But I've definitely had an employee, like, try to file a harassment pile on me for telling him to get off his phone twice in the night within 10 minutes of each other.
Yeah.
And a jam in his spot because he wanted to sit on his phone for 20 minutes plus.
Yeah.
So I got told as a supervisor that I'm not allowed to talk to that employee.
Okay.
And that was the most frustrating, irritating thing I've ever heard, ever in a job.
Yeah.
Because if I can't, as a supervisor, tell someone to do their job right,
Yeah.
what am I even supervising?
Yeah. Then what is your role?
Yeah, what am I doing? We're just puppets.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. You know, I don't like that. I don't enjoy that. Like, you know, we're taught this way, and you're supposed to do it this way, but when no one's looking, you know, and I just got tired of the hypocrisy. I'm getting tired of the hypocrisy, I guess, and I'm like, it just stays there, you know?
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, the title going from one thing to like a position that's higher changes quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It changes the dynamic of who you work with, the relationships, and especially your responsibilities.
And I guess also frustrated at the higher management because we're expected to know all this stuff, and their idea of training or certifications are online modules. And, you know...
And going back to how you learn...
I can learn from that. I don't mind online courses where it's, like, individual based, but, like, I don't enjoy that when I'm in a classroom with a teacher. Like, that's not enjoyable.
Yeah.
But when I have to teach myself something, I'll pay attention to what you're giving me, the information you're giving me. But that's not the case for everybody.
Right.
You know, so you think someone knows something, but what they really did was just try the test 100 times, and every time they miss one question, they just go back, do the right answer. You know, and that's not learning. That's not engaging yourself. And then the full-timers don't engage in teaching you a lot unless, you know, you're one of the better supervisors who try to learn a lot more. And that shouldn't be the case. It should be like that for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a good supervisor or a bad supervisor. You should always be teaching your lower management something new to make the place better each night. And that wasn't the case. So we had these meetings that had no purpose. Where we show up 20 minutes later, and 15 minutes, we're all joking around, and in the last 5 minutes, all right, we have this many trailers, go out there and do this. What does that do for us? Yeah. That's no morale. It's not
motivation.
It's nothing. Nothing's being done there. It's a formality, and it's a dog and pony show, I guess you can say. Especially when people come in that aren't regulars, like people from other buildings, or you know, you want to be on your best behavior. We're gonna take everything slow and not put things on that we put things on every night when we know we're not supposed to. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. So it builds up, I guess.
So it sounds like you have a good work ethic. Like you're willing to do the work, and you're willing to do the best you can, and you know, give your 100. But not everyone. I mean, it's frustrating when not everyone is like.
I would be a liar if I said that I didn't have days where I don't care for it. Because everybody has those days where they're not 100% in there, they're not 100% there. And maybe I'm wrong, but the average person, I'd say, not someone like maybe, I don't know, some famous athlete that trained hard to get where they're at. You know, obviously that's 100% every day, or so you don't become an athlete, professional athlete. But